What's up, fellas? It's Edward, aka Deadly Crypto. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to access the Metaverse through Decentraland. So we're going to talk a little bit about what Decentraland is, how to get signed up, create your little avatar. We're going to go over the map, discuss land, how you can purchase it. We're going to discuss some virtual events, how you can take part in them. Sometimes you might need to purchase a ticket, which is going to be distributed in the form of an NFT in the Metaverse. So we'll talk about how to do that, how to travel to your event, and then we're going to talk about a couple of ways you can make money within the Metaverse. Before we access Decentraland, we're going to want to make sure that we have a MetaMask wallet. So I'm already logged into my MetaMask wallet. I'm not going to show you how to create one of those today. It is very, very simple. All you have to do is download it. It's going to prompt you to write down a recovery phrase, which is a 12 to 24 word phrase. This is going to give you access to your wallet. It's also going to ask you to write down a password or to input a password. Make sure you write this information down. Don't screenshot it or copy paste it and get it into your clipboard in any way like that. You don't want any token grabbers to get this information from you. So write it down when you're creating the wallet. Once you have the wallet downloaded, installed, and your account created, you're going to see something like this. So here I'm on Ethereum mainnet. I have literally no monies in here. You can access the Metaverse with no money. Now, if you want to buy land, if you want to start a business, that stuff's going to take money. And I'll talk to you about how we can get into that avenue. But first, you're going to need to create this MetaMask. Once you have it created, you'll get this little symbol right here, and you'll be able to use it in Decentraland. So I'm already logged into my MetaMask. Now I just need to get started into Decentraland. So you can play using your wallet or play as guest. Honestly, I don't even recommend you play as guest. You're gonna want to document this stuff so that way you can start building a real life in here. This is like an extension of real life. It's in game form. I've already created my avatar, so it spawned me at the Genesis Plaza. That's where you're gonna spawn. First, it's gonna take you something like this. I just went ahead and opened up my backpack because this is where you'll see your contents after you create your character. But first, you'll be able to create your character. You'll get to choose shape, your skin color. You can choose all the features you want. As you can see, I tried to make this guy look like me. Well, that's the best I could do with what I was given. So create your avatar, and then you're going to be spawned into this area, this exact area right here. This is the Genesis Plaza. So here you can see all the other people around. People are talking to each other, and this is pretty much where people first spawn in whenever they come to the Metaverse. So you can talk to any one of these people. If you're close to somebody, you can actually voice talk to them. So I have my voice muted while I'm making this video, but if you use this, then people can hear you. And people can hear you when you're close to them. If you use the chat, then anyone here can see. So this is a chat. So as you can see, I've sent a message to the chat room, and anyone here can read this message and respond to me. Let's see if someone responds to me before we leave this area. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the map. If we can just go ahead and press the escape button, we can see that now instead of moving around, our mouse is freelance. So if we click back in, this is how we can see and look around. And if you don't know how to game, I guess I should tell you how to move around. W moves forward, S moves backwards, A moves to the left, D moves to the right. And then if you move forward and move your mouse pointer around, so look to the right, you can move right, look to the left, move left. Space bar is to jump. It will tell you how to do this in the tutorial, I believe, but just in case, I'm going to show you these controls real quick. Okay, so now you can't click on your profile if you are looking to move. So you're going to have to press escape to get control of your mouse. Then you're going to press your little person over here. We're not going to go to the backpack now. That is where I clicked to show you the beginning of this tutorial. Now we're going to look at the map. So when you pull up the map, it's going to be a really zoomed in view, and you're not going to be able to see what is available for sale. It'll show you exactly your coordinates. Right now we're at the Genesis Plaza 00. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the market price and see what's available. So a quick way to access from within the game is go to the builder. You can go to lands and then buy land. And that'll take you to the Decentraland marketplace. There's other ways to get there, but we're already in the game, so that's the fastest way to do it. Then you can start browsing. Then we'll just go to the land here. And now you can see this is exactly the same position of the map that we were looking at here. Except now we can see what is available for sale. So just coming off from the Genesis block, we could see right here, this is for sale by Leopard for 600,000 mana, I believe. Yeah, 600,000 mana. So if you had 600,000 mana in your wallet, obviously I don't have any. You're actually going to want to import mana, so I can show you how to do that while we're right here. So in order to import an asset to your MetaMask wallet like mana, which is the currency used in Decentraland, you're going to need to go to Assets, you're going to need to go down here to import tokens. So here you can search the tokens. If it's really popular, we'll try and just type in mana. There it is. You didn't need the contract address. If it was a different token, just so you know for the future, you can go to something like CoinGecko. You can go right here and type in whatever coin you wanted to achieve. Like you saw I had my NFT there. It probably won't pop up if you're trying to find that by searching it in there because it's not that popular. So if you search my NFT here, then you can find the coin and get the contract address. So then you can import by contract address. But since mana is pretty well known, you can just search it up right here like we just did. Go to mana and then you can import the token. So you go to next, import, and then boom, so you have no transactions, so the asset has been added. So now you could fund this with mana that you purchased from an exchange. You can handle a mana transaction through a smart contract. You can obtain mana through a various number of ways, and when you have it, you can actually come here and then buy some land. So if you wanted to buy this right here, it would cost 600,000 mana. Now you can go to it and check out the property before you actually decide if you want to buy it or not. I'm gonna exit out of that other session so it doesn't lag me up. So here we go. This is the block that is for sale. As you can see, there's nothing here. No one built on this yet. If you wanted to buy it, you could have a fresh place to build on. Now there are other plots of land that are for sale that definitely have stuff built around them. So for example, you could buy building that someone has already built. Maybe someone's got a nice structure like this if the land is for sale. But this particular plot that we jumped to doesn't have anything built on it. So this is a fresh plot of land in a very thriving ecosystem. It's very close to the Genesis Plaza. So someone could discover this, or you could build something here like for advertisement, or maybe a clothes store. We'll talk about that in a second on how to make money. So I'm just going to go back to the marketplace real quick. As we could see, that is where we had jumped to, so that's where we were just looking at now, and there's all kinds of places that you could look at here. So you just have to scroll around and see what's for sale and how much is for sale for. You could probably find something for relatively cheap in the back, maybe something that's far away. I think I found something for like 2,000 mana one time, but it was just one square. So that's a basic overview on how to find land, travel to it to see what it looks like before you buy it, right? Before you spend any amount of money on this digital land, jump into it to see what it looks like, and if you want to buy it, what you think you might be able to do there. If it's a fresh plot of land like we just saw right here, I mean, there's so much you can do with that. You could build on it. If you have no knowledge of 3D animation or building, you can hire someone to do it, or you can just try to have fun with it and do it yourself. After all, this is like, again, extension of yourself. So while you're trying to profit from it, don't forget to have fun along the way. So moving into our next point, let's go ahead and take a look at events. We're also going to talk about how you can monetize events. So on the first side of this, we're going to be talking about how to attend events. There are some free and some paid events. And on the flip side of it, we're going to talk about how to make money from hosting paid events. So first things first, let's get out of this view and go up again here to see what events we have coming up. So if you click the explore button here, you can see the highlights of Decentraland, places to travel to, and events to partake in. So all of these things are super fun to explore, and this is where you're going to have a lot of fun here. Again, don't forget to have fun while you're trying to manifest this money. But anyway, let's look into the events now. So this is an event that's live that I want to take us to here in just a second, but this is the event that I want to walk through and show how to participate in. So there's going to be a lot of upcoming artists in the future and other people that are going to come into the metaverse space and host virtual events like this. So this is a very nice event that I wanted to highlight because things like this are going to pop up all the time now. If you're not familiar, I think Snoop Dogg or Justin Bieber, one of those guys, recently did a concert in the metaverse. I'm not too sure myself. Celebrities and artists are starting to frequent metaverse appearances more often. So as you can see, this is going to be a celebration of her NFT drop, and owners of artworks from her Genesis collection, Cyber Baby Toy Shop, will have the opportunity to participate in an exclusive event to hang out with Melanie in Decentraland to view before and after process of her vintage toy NFTs. So they're creating an immersive experience, a digital experience that allows people to hang out with Melanie Martinez without having to jump on a plane and travel hundreds or possibly thousands of miles to meet her. So if you're a big fan of this person or another celebrity in the future, you can meet them virtually in Decentraland with your avatar and sit down and hang out with them in an environment that they've created. So this is going to be at Voltaire. That's going to be the location. Two parts of making money here. Now we're going to go back to this in a second. As I just read out, owners of artwork from her Genesis collection, Cyber Baby Toy Shop, will have the opportunity, right? So that means you're going to have to own something from this collection. So this is available on OpenSea. I did just a little bit of research to try and find this whenever I read that information. So I was able to find Cyber Baby Toy Shop on here, and I was able to verify that it is authentically by her. So I was looking at some of these here to see which one is the cheapest, and there are a couple cheap ones. This is 0.02 ETH, 0.02, 0.02, 0.02. So if we go back to that, we can see that owners of artworks from her Genesis collection, Cyber Baby Toy Shop. So this is the collection, and this is one of the cheapest ones that I thought would be cute. Now, I'm actually not going to buy this. I'm not going to attend the event. But as you can see, there's been 100 quantity available, right? So only 100 people are going to be able to attend this event. And it doesn't look like anyone has bought any, because all 100 are still owned by the original creator. See, here is the original creator. All 100 are still owned by them. So there's still 100 tickets available. And you can buy this virtual access event for current market price is $61.86. That is how you can secure your admission to this event that is going to be taking place Friday, February 18th. And you can see the time in a different spot. I remember reading the time. It was 6 p.m. my time. So you can figure out the time, and if you want to go, just click that you want to go, and then boom, you can click going. Now, in this scenario, this is a paid event, so you're not going to be able to get the access unless you have this in your wallet. But whenever you buy this is on OpenSea. Whenever you buy this, it will go into your MetaMask wallet, and then when you try to access the event, they can see in your MetaMask wallet that you have the NFT or that you don't have the NFT. So that is how you can get in, and that is in essence the ticket. In some forms, they will just straight up tell you, this is the ticket to get in, buy this ticket, and it's going to be some little artwork like that. She's not blatantly saying that's the ticket, but in this case, that is the ticket to get in. It's an NFT. And more often than not, NFTs are going to be the way to attend virtual events. So as you can see here, Melanie Martinez is making money off of selling her NFTs and having people meet her in the metaverse. So that gives more incentive for her NFTs to sell and for her to make money, and then she just has to meet these people in the metaverse at this event. So that is one way to make money in the metaverse. And now again, we pointed out earlier that Voltaire was hosting the event, and I don't know what or how to pronounce this exactly, but this venue may not be owned by Melanie Martinez, right? Melanie Martinez may have to pay Voltaire a commission to host this event there, just as if it were a real event anywhere else in the world, and she was gathering people in a concert hall or some small place in a small meet and greet area. She would probably have to pay the owner of that venue a fee in order to host the event there. So if you have bought land in a well-trafficked area, or if you have bought land and built a large venue, you can advertise that to people as spaces for rent or lease. So you can rent properties in the metaverse, and you can rent out a spot for a venue for an event in the metaverse for a fee. So this event is going to be a one-time event. I don't know if this is 100% true for this scenario, if they paid the owner of this land to host this event, or if they just don't straight own that land themselves. But if you don't own any land and you want to host an event in the metaverse, chances are you're going to have to pay a landowner to host your event there. Okay, so now let's actually travel to a free event. This is a free event that I know we can travel to. Alright, so my bad, fellas. Whenever I was trying to get rid of all that stuff from my thinking space, I accidentally logged out of the game. But got logged back in. The only thing that's different is my spawn point. So as you can see, I respawn at the Genesis Plaza. So that's why real estate here is important, because it often sees a lot of foot traffic. So now, trying to travel to an actual event that we can travel to, let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to come up here, click into this dealio. So then we're back to this page here. Now I'm just going to go to the event that I wanted to jump to. So here I can see the info for it, but I want to jump in. It's live, so I'm just going to go ahead and teleport there now. Alright, so here's the bar. Miller Lite put this together. They got a place here, and they're calling this bar Meta Lite. So they're apparently running the first big game ad in the metaverse. Nice. The bar is open 2/7, so the bar is open today. We're gonna go hit up the bar in just a little bit. Before we get too caught up in having fun and getting virtually drunk with our friends, I want to talk about a little bit more money-making opportunities we have. So I know there's some places close by. I'm gonna cut out the parts when I run around looking for them, but I'm gonna go look for some places close by to show you examples of some more ways you can make money in the metaverse. Alright, so here we're gonna go through a leisurely stroll. Now, first thing I want you to take note of on your right here is look at this guy. The audacity of this guy. So he's taking up these two plots here. He's got, this is one square plot I'm standing on. This is another square plot I'm standing on. So check it out. He's got these things here. So he's like, if you want to place your ad there, people like me walk by this part in the metaverse. they see your advertisement. This is easily the #1 way to make money in the metaverse. You buy a little plot of land and you put a freaking billboard on it. It's super passive income if someone does end up trying to advertise here. Now the catch is trying to find someone to advertise. I'm sure somebody somewhere along the line will come here and get this guy to place their advertisements on his billboard. He's got another one over here. There's not anything put up on it right now. Not sure who owns that plot of land, but this is a very good example of how you can make money in the metaverse. Just buy a plot of land and put a billboard on it. Charge people for advertisement. Now, this guy right across the street went a little bit above and beyond. He went a little bit higher, right? Check out this coliseum of a showcase. It's even called Core. Look at that. So he's designed this brilliant building. If you walk up to these, yeah, I was pretty much willing to wager that you can open these up. Now you can view this right here on the OpenSea marketplace, or wherever the link is. It's actually not for sale, so you'd have to make an offer higher than this. So I'm not sure exactly what collection this came from or anything like that. It looks like the price was 0.03 ETH, last sold for, but it's not for sale. So if you wanted to make an offer on it, you can go to OpenSea. It will open you up there. You can make an offer if you'd like. If it was for sale, you could potentially just buy it if you had the amount of money to buy it. So let's try and find one that is for sale. Now let's take note that this guy could either own this building for himself and be displaying his own artwork, or he can be charging each one of these a commission for the listing. So if this is not all his artwork, right? If this is the artwork of various artists and they're using this center to advertise, so he bought these plots of land here and he built this major NFT advertisement system. And there's also places like NFT art galleries that exist on this game, right? So you can come over to any of these here, and if this guy is advertising or using this as a hub for artists to advertise their art, see, it says ignore not for sale text in the UI. I just told you can make an offer on it. Ooh, look at that. I want to try and jump on that and go to one up there. But anyway, let's try and find one that does have a for sale price, so we can just jump right into that and buy it. Yes. All right, let's see this one. Is it for sale? All right, well, I don't know. The little loader's not working whenever I'm on this thing. Maybe if I could step up. Oh, nice, a floor. Okay, let's see if this one is for sale. All right, this is for sale. So it last sold for 0.03. You can see this guy's trying to get a markup on it. I didn't pay attention to the owner of the last one, but that's how you can determine if this is like an art hub or if the artist is listing all of his art here. Now, the artist could also be listing a few pieces of his own art there and then be trying to sell or rent the other pieces to other people. So it's kind of like, you know, property listings for families and stuff. You get a 4-apartment unit, you live in one and rent out the others. So maybe this artist is advertising some of his own stuff. But anyway, that's beside the point. This one's for sale for 0.05 ETH. So we can look at this, and if you wanted to buy now, that's what it looks like to buy now. So if you decided that you like this art piece and you wanted to buy this NFT, then you could buy it right now for 0.5 ETH, $1,500, and it goes to your wallet. It's yours. You own it. Now, I'm not going to buy that because I don't want to spend $1,500 right now on that painting. All right, so you see the advertisement way. You see the buying the space and hosting NFT galleries way. Now I'm going to try and find you the clothing store so we can take a look at the same concept, just executed in a little bit of a different way. So let me get to some clothing store real quick. Just running by this right here. Just found this. So this is another little NFT collection. This guy bought this little square of land. He's advertised. It looks like this is all from one artist. It's pretty similar artwork. So looks like one artist bought this here and now he's advertising his own work just on one square. So here we have a little clothing booth, and this is a really conservative one. I've seen some, like, remember that NFT store we saw a while ago down the street? It was really huge. You could walk in there and view different NFTs. Had the thing go up and down to take me to different levels. This is just a simple one block store. So you can see here, this person has used this block of space to generate a clothing store. Now, here's an opportunity for multiple people. So this creates a place where people can sell their NFT clothes and stuff on the marketplace. So here we see shoes. Here we see whatever that is. I don't know. Metadroid? Some kind of legendary something. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just an NFT itself. You see the Vox board bundle? You want a skateboard on this game? That's pretty cheap, actually. So if you wanted to cop that, you could just go ahead and buy that right there. Here's a cool purse. So I could tell that this is a purse that goes over the shoulder. So you could buy an accessory here and go to your backpack. But it's actually out of stock. And you can cycle through these here. Like if you wanted to look at these shoes, then you could cycle through and see, all right, which one of these are, oh man, look at those. Those are so clean. Rare shoe silver. So these are NFTs. and the people selling these can also generate profits. So let's just say that somebody had created these as an NFT and now they're selling them, right? They created 1,000 pairs. They sold 538. So now there's 538 people walking around with these kicks either on their feet or got them stored up in their closet or in their bag. Whenever these 1,000 sell out, there's no more. And it's going to have that out of stock description like this is right here, or wherever that was. I think we just saw some. Oh yeah, right here. Available 0 out of 100, out of stock. So this one, oh I'm sorry, that's not how many are sold, that's how many are available. So there's 538 available out of 1,000, and then after they're gone, they're going to sell out. So this person would have made 100 mana for every pair of shoes times 1,000. So this person's going to make 100,000 mana by the time these sell out. And that is approximately $200,000 at today's market value. So even something as simple as selling shoes online in the metaverse can give you a huge advantage in the short-term play for the metaverse. I mean, this is something that's expanding at such a fast rate. I wasn't really too aware of how much opportunity there was myself. Now, granted, if someone's not in the metaverse, none of this stuff is going to matter to them, right? They actually have to be playing around in Decentraland to want these shoes, or to want that purse, or to want that NFT over there in that building in their house, or to advertise on that billboard, right? Because if you're not in the metaverse, none of this means anything to you. And all of these values can seem almost like they don't have a purpose for being so high. But in the future, if this game is adopted and if people start to come here more often like they are starting to show to with the arrival of many celebrities. So if we see large scale adoption in the long term for this, and you got in really early as like a producer of shoes or something, right? People know they can come to this store and buy your shoes all the time. You could be like the Louis Vuitton or Polo by Ralph Lauren of, I don't know if they make shoes, but you know what I mean. You could be like the name brand designer of the metaverse if you start a large enough company. So this guy could hit this lick just one time, sell those 1,000 shoes, run off with his 200,000 mana and call it a day. Or if he wanted to try to venture into that, he could maybe take some of those earnings, buy some more land here and expand. He could buy all of this out from the people who are next to him, maybe if he could afford it, or try to find some other reasonably placed plot of land in a good location and then expand his business, right? He could set that up and he could start to sell shirts. He could start to host more merchants. So even if that guy was just started out as an individual merchant on this post, the guy who had the 1,000 sneakers available, right? It was 1,000 sneakers. Yeah, see, so the guy who had this 1,000 sneakers available, even if this isn't his block of land, just by selling those sneakers on this plot, maybe he paid this guy who owned this land to sell here, right? He had to pay a fee, but he still came up off a lot of money. And now he wants to expand his influence. So maybe he wants to be an advertisement hub. Or he could buy a couple spots of land somewhere else for himself to advertise his own merchandise and have the merchandise of others listed and charge a commission for the sales that they make there. So those are a couple quick outlooks on how you can make money in the metaverse. There's so much more than the metaverse than what I have put into this short video. I wanted to keep it concise. Always try to keep things concise for you guys. So now I'm just gonna head into the bar and hang out. The rest of this video has nothing informational in it. I'm just gonna walk into this bar and go get virtually drunk, see if I can make any friends or whatever. Yeah, well, what's up guys? Well, I actually spent too much time in the bar, so I didn't want to include that in the video and make people think the tutorial was 47 hours long. I made some new friends in here, had a good time. Maybe I'll post the bar hangout session in another video, but for now, that's all for this one. I hope you learned a little bit about how to make some money in the metaverse, and we'll see you next time. I swear I didn't ask this dude behind me to do this. This is totally random.